Hi Pat, how are you?
We're good. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm good,
Hi. How are
Sid.
you?
Yeah.
I'm great. It's been like my honor to actually have you two both together, and it's happening. So let me start with you, Elizabeth. How did it feel to be a mom for the first time?
It was a dream come true. Being a mom for the first time, it was a dream come true. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. And yeah, it was the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, and you, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, same like with Elizabeth because I never thought that I would also have a baby, like considering the age.
Yeah.
Because somehow like my friends were telling me you're too old. I mean, you're not getting any younger, so I think it's high time to have a baby. And then
Yeah.
yeah, for me it's a gift, really. It's a blessing that
It's a
I never
blessing.
thought I would have a baby. So it's once in a lifetime experience, really. Best gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Elizabeth, what are your highlights of life having so far your first child? Your highlights so far?
Well, witnessing my baby's milestones, I can see how he's growing, how he's developing right before my eyes. It's just every day it's a gift, seeing him,
Mm.
seeing baby TJ. Um, Now he's starting to stand up. He
Mm.
tries to crawl and stand up and walk on his own. It's quite scary, but being an overprotective mom, I think I'm an overprotective mom, but I
Hmm.
have to let him explore so that he will continue to grow and develop,
Mm.
Okay, and Pat, what are your highlights as well so far having your first child here?
I think I can understand what Elizabeth is saying, like having that, like, you're scared for your baby at times.
Yeah.
And because I remember when Sage was around like 8 months,
Oh,
yeah, he was like really, how would I say, like hyper ranger. He moves a lot
Hyperactive.
even at that month. So Um, yeah, I think I have the same feeling. I'm scared, but at the same time, I want him to learn. I want him to grow.
That's right.
So I think, yeah, somehow that kind of feeling wherein you're really scared, but at the same time, you have to let go so that your baby could also learn. Yeah. So
Just just
takes
last
an,
night,
uh-huh,
baby DJ had a lump
blue.
around
Oh
his
no.
eye
Uh-huh.
because he got up and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to walk
Mm.
without support. Like
Mm-hmm.
how did he even think about that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I just let him,
Mm-hmm.
but then yeah, he fell and then had a big bump on his right
okay, Elizabeth, any low points, challenges so far?
eye. Well, I don't know if Pat can relate to me. Look at her. She's back to her, to her pre-pregnancy figure.
Oh,
Because my challenge right now is losing my mommy belly. That's my
oh,
challenge.
I think
It
it's a,
makes me
yeah.
it makes me so embarrassed to go outside, to go out because none of my clothes fit me anymore, and I don't want to
Mm.
buy a lot of clothes because I still want to go back to pre-pregnancy. Um, you know, I know it's pretty shallow, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's how
I
I
get it.
feel. It just makes me so insecure right now. But looking at my child, looking at my baby, I think he's all worth it anyway. So
Yeah, right.
then
Yeah.
I disregard my insecurity.
okay, and Pat, what have been your low points, challenges?
Um, I was really considering about. Anyway, I don't consider anything low. I mean, like I can understand. No, I mean I can understand Elizabeth's concern because before pregnancy, I used to wear around like 50 kg, and like having that, belly bulging belly something after whatever. But anyways, I learned to accept that. I also had that kind of struggle, but then I realized, when I look at the stretch marks as well, I
Yeah.
realized I managed to push my baby wherein it was a matter of life and death for me. So
Wow.
I don't know. I cannot consider anything low with regard to my pregnancy, but for me, I would always consider having those stretch marks like um a reminder that I managed to give birth. And
Mm.
literally, I was so scared. I was really so scared. And but anyway, I managed to give birth. So for me, it's really the best gift ever. So anyway, I never considered anything low for some matter, but
Mm-hmm.
just something I would consider like a gift, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mm.
Okay, Elizabeth. So, what's been like the you could say grossest thing you've seen or had to do so far as a new parent?
Oh, nothing. Nothing really. I can change my baby's nappy every hour, every 2 hours. I'm not really grossed out. Even when his food comes out of his nappy,
Mm.
I
Right.
don't
Right.
even care. I don't even even when I'm giving him a bath, and then all of a
Mm.
sudden there's a
Yeah.
brown thing
Right.
that floated in the water. It didn't gross me out. That used to gross me out.
Mm.
Don't get me.
Mm.
That used to gross me out. But with my baby, no, I can accept anything.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Okay, Pat. What's been and then also Elizabeth the grossest things you've seen or yeah had to do so far?
Yeah. I mean, like for me. Anyway, the first 3 months of my baby, having those, like, when we try to change his nappy, and because I'm not used to it, like, literally. But then again, you tend to go beyond that. I
Yeah.
mean, at some point, this is your baby, and you don't consider anything gross at all. So yeah, I
Okay.
didn't I didn't think much of it that way. But anyway, at some point, yes, the first 3 months was really an adjustment period. But you every day you almost see it, almost you're used to it. So everything seems normal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my final question to you ladies, starting with Elizabeth. What tips would you like give for first time moms in the first weeks of parenthood?
My advice, what I can share with other moms, like first time moms. I think it's really important for them to ask help.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's never a weakness. Never consider it a weakness to ask help.
Yes. Right.
Because at the start, I did not want to ask help because I thought, I've come into this situation where I really wanted to be pregnant and to give
Mm.
birth, and want to carry all the burden all by myself. And even from my husband, I would not ask help, but I have to. It's actually a sign of strength if you can ask help and not
Hmm.
just rely on yourself fully. You have to ask
Mm.
help because it's not embarrassing to
Mm. Right.
to go to someone else and can you just mind my baby for a couple of hours, because you also need time for yourself. When
Yeah.
you
True.
need time,
Mm.
alone time, you need that for your own sanity's sake.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, ask help and communicate with your partner or your husband or wife um, regarding your needs. It's really
Mm.
important to communicate your needs to them. So there.
Okay, okay, Pat. So, what are your tips you would give for first-time moms in the first weeks of parenthood?
Well, just be ready. Anything that goes with it, just really be ready, because the first 3 months would always be challenging. Like, you always deprive yourself from, sleep. And I remembered, I don't think I sleep at all when my baby and I came out from the hospital when we were discharged, because I'm a hands-on mother, and I don't have, like Elizabeth was saying, you need to ask help also. But in my case, like, my parents are in the Philippines, and I don't
Oh,
have help to, yeah. So I only have my husband with me, and good thing is
oh,
that he's able to also, like, we do shifting actually.
oh.
I stay with my baby for like the whole day, the morning, and then at night he tried to, we do shifting. So because he works during the day, and then,
Hmm.
yeah. So I think the best for me it works if just really condition yourself to be ready of whatever
Hmm.
comes, especially the first week, because it's always it's like always the highlight, but afterwards you'll get used to it. But
Hmm.
definitely for me, yeah, I always would like to have my 8 hours sleep, but it's really very impossible. So with the help of, like Elizabeth was saying, your partner, you have to communicate, you have to talk,
Hmm.
share. But it's good if you really would have someone apart from your partner to help you out. But in my
Hmm.
case, I don't have it, so it was really like, yeah, challenging, but it's worth it. And seeing our
That's
baby definitely like growing, bubbly, and Sage now is like, oh my god, there are things that he is saying that I don't even know, because he speaks like Creole French.
wow.
And there was a time like he was asking, "Mommy, jipe or something like that," and I was asking, "What? What are you asking me about?" And I remember he's asking for bread because his father was teaching him that. So language, I need to learn the language as well. So anyway, it's all worth it. That's what I'm saying. It's all worth it. Yeah.
It is.
Mm.
Okay, all I got to say is thanks so much for giving me your time on this amazing Saturday.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you, Sid.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Sure,
Hope we can do it again with
sure.
Yeah.
some other mothers